In the dense, emerald jungles of the Amazon, beneath the rustling canopy, a hidden world of deep, complex emotions unfolds. An emotional life often overlooked in the animal kingdom. From the playful antics of a young jaguar cub to the profound grief of an elephant losing its matriarch, the emotional lives of animals are as rich as they are varied. This story is a journey through the hearts of these creatures, revealing the depth of their feelings and how they navigate the wild with emotions that mirror our own. The young jaguar's first hunt. In the quiet of dawn, a jaguar cub named Asha padded through the jungle with her mother, Kaya. Asha's eyes were wide with curiosity, the world around her still full of unknowns. She had watched her mother hunt countless times, but today was different. Today, Kaya had decided it was time to teach Asha how to stalk. The jungle was alive with the sound of cicadas and distant bird calls. Kaya moved with grace, her every step deliberate. Asha, however, was full of excitement, her heart pounding with nervous energy. She could feel the weight of her mother's gaze, steady and patient, watching her every move. "Remember," Kaya whispered, her voice a mere breath. "Patience is the key. You must be calm, let the world around you unfold." As they approached a group of peccaries, Asha's heart raced. She wanted to pounce, to chase, to prove herself. But her mother's calming presence kept her grounded. Slowly, Asha crouched low, mimicking her mother's movements. The moment stretched, the tension between excitement and restraint palpable. Then, just as Asha thought she might burst with anticipation, Kaya surged forward, swift and silent. The hunt was over quickly, but it was not the kill that Asha remembered most. It was the lesson in patience, in the silent bond between mother and daughter. Asha's eyes sparkled with pride, a deep sense of connection with the wild, and with her mother, that would stay with her forever. The grief of the elephant herd. In the vast savanna of Africa, under the blazing sun, an elephant herd walked with heavy hearts. Matriarch Zuri, a towering figure whose wisdom shaped the lives of the entire group, had passed away. The herd had lingered by her body, silent and solemn, mourning the loss of their leader. Elephants, like humans, experience grief. Zuri had been more than just a leader, she had been the heart of the herd. Her loss left a void that none could fill. The younger elephants, once playful and carefree, now walked with their heads down, their usual enthusiasm dimmed. The older females, too, seemed weighed down by a quiet sorrow. Yani, Zuri's eldest daughter, stood apart from the herd, her large ears flapping in the wind. Her eyes, usually bright with life, were clouded with the pain of loss. The bond she shared with her mother had been unbreakable, and now, it felt like a part of her had vanished. For days, the herd wandered in a mournful procession, their movements slow, their calls softer than usual. But even in grief, the herd cared for each other. The younger elephants leaned against their elders for comfort, their trunks gently caressing the older females. They would touch Zuri's body with their trunks, as if trying to offer a final farewell. The bond of family, the strength of their connection, gave them the courage to continue. Slowly, the mourning period passed, but the herd would never forget their matriarch. In the quiet moments, when the wind stirred the grass, it was as if they could still hear her calls, guiding them forward. The raven's loneliness high in the snowy peaks of the Rockies, a lone raven named Noctis soared across the sky, his black wings cutting through the crisp air. He had once shared the sky with his mate, Runa, but she was gone now, lost to a winter storm. Noctis had never known solitude in the way he knew it now. The raven's world had always been one of companionship and shared joy. He had built nests with Runa, flown side by side during the endless days of summer, and perched together on the highest branches, observing the world below. But the cold, empty skies now felt infinite and hollow. Noctis often found himself flying circles over their old nesting spot, the place where they had shared their first kiss of spring. His grief was quiet but profound, a sadness that clung to him like the snow on the mountain peaks. Sometimes, he would call out to the winds, as if hoping Runa would answer from some distant place. but the only response was the silent echo of his own voice, swallowed by the cold. Yet, as time passed, something shifted. The pain of loneliness began to ease, just enough for Noctis to hear the songs of the other ravens, and in the distant valleys, the sound of new calls. Life had always been fleeting, but it was also constant, and Noctis learned to find solace in the shared sky, even though his heart would always carry the memory of Runa. The bond of the wolves in the frosty forests of Yellowstone. A pack of wolves moved through the snow, their breath visible in the cold air. Among them was Zephyr, a young wolf who had only recently been accepted into the pack. She had been an outsider, orphaned and alone, before finding the strength to join the pack that now protected her. Zephyr was still learning the ways of the pack, but she was starting to understand something powerful: the deep bond between the members. It was not just survival that kept them together, it was love, loyalty, and a shared sense of purpose. As the pack moved in unison, hunting and communicating with silent gestures and deep, meaningful howls, Zephyr felt a warmth inside her that had never been there before. One night, as the pack gathered around a kill, Zephyr stood close to the older alpha female, Kaya. The two shared a moment of quiet understanding, their eyes meeting. It was not a bond born of blood, but of shared hardship, survival, and the strength of companionship. Zephyr's heart swelled with gratitude and love. The pack, though wild and untamed, had become her family. In the silent language of wolves, she understood that this was what it meant to truly belong. In the heart of the wild, emotions run deep. Whether it's the joy of a young jaguar learning her craft, the grief of elephants mourning their lost matriarch, the sorrow of a raven missing its mate, or the loyalty of a wolf finding its place, the lives of animals are rich with feelings. They experience love, loss, joy, and sorrow, emotions that are not unique to humans but shared across the animal kingdom. It's a reminder that in the wild, emotions are as powerful as survival, and the hearts of animals beat just as strongly as our own. Kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos.